Hey, welcome back, guys. Making this quick video to basically bring to the attention that I made a previous video on how we power our off-grid property, and I ended up giving credit to this Kohler unit that had worked flawlessly for us for months, and I felt as though that it was a quality product and it was worth recommending to you out there that were looking for information on a decent generator. Well, we've sold many brands of generators, and I can tell you that we've owned more generators than we have obviously sold, but one of the main lines that we did sell was Generac. It's still on our website, matter of fact. Because if people end up calling us and talking to us about Generac, we're very transparent. We're very open to the fact that Generac at one time was a company that supported retailers so that the retailers could support their clients. Generac, don't know what happened to them, but all of a sudden they started treating us retailers like a number, and they made it very awkward in calling them and trying to troubleshoot issues and trying to help our clients out with the issues that they were having. So it really kind of left a bad taste in our mouth about Generac. And then after our 15K EcoGen went up in smoke, which was designed for off-grid situations, and there was no support, they basically said, sorry, you know what, nothing we can do for you. That was the end for Generac. Okay, not only did they put us retailers in a position of looking foolish in not being able to get answers to problems that occur out there with these things when they're out there running and in all types of environments, hot, cold, whatever. If they tell you or they treat you like you're bothering them and you're taking up valuable time that they should be spending elsewhere, when I, as a retailer, am supporting them, yeah, that's not a company that any business owner wants to deal with. When somebody buys something from us, we make it top priority that if there's ever an issue or a problem, forget about extra sales and whatever. That customer is number one on the list and must be taken care of. That's how you should be treated. That's how I want to be treated from these manufacturers. So Generac, from my experience, you can take it for what it is. They are a company that, since they moved into the big box stores, guess who that's who they support. Us small guys that only sell maybe, a dozen or less generators a year, not so much. We're just not on their priority of taking care of us. So, if you're going to go with Generac, just understand that you could have potential issues. Now, as for this Kohler 10K AMP, in my previous video I said that, I've had many generators and this thing's a beast. Yep, sure was. Okay, all of a sudden it started having issues to where the valves needed to be adjusted. Hey, you know what, if you've owned generators, you understand that valves, work their way out of adjustment and they need to be, tuned, which is cool, You actually learn to do that after you own so many. But when you have something that starts acting up like this unit, which the problem with this unit is it stopped generating power. Okay, here's where the big difference comes in with this AMP 10K. Half of the generator is Kohler. Very sound, very stable company, great organization. They've been around forever. They got, you know, depending on who you talk to, Kohler's been around, and it's a good quality motor. Okay? Now, the other half of this deal is AMP. AMP is a Chinese company. I do not. And I'm thinking about this because I want to make sure I use my wording correct. I do have some Chinese products on my website for convenience. If somebody asks me if if a product that I sell is Chinese, and if it is, absolutely it's Chinese product. Okay, that's more than likely why you're getting a discounted rate on that particular part compared to, say, an American part that I'll obviously sell also, or I might sell, that is American made, or European, like Osterflamme. I mean, Osterflamme or Yodel. These are top-notch companies. These are companies that spend their dollars on R&D. They make sure their products, when they get out there, they're going to stand the test of time. This unit here stopped generating power. I called up the gentleman I bought it from. Just to let you know, I tried to save some money, like we all do, right? And I ordered it on eBay. Everything went cool, you know, it was shipped to us. Guy was nice. And we kind of left it at that. Put it together. I converted it to propane, being off-grid, you know. So this unit, as soon as it started having issues, I started noticing that my batteries weren't charging properly. And you've seen on my previous videos my batteries that I have. They're forklift batteries. They're designed with 6-cell units, and it's a 48-volt system. Incredible. You guys want a very sound, stable battery system, look into forklift batteries. You know, obviously batteries the technology is getting better and better as we go, you know, as we move forward. But right now I can say that, you know, we've in the time that we've been here, 5, 6, 7 years, whatever it's been, we've gone through several different styles of batteries. Never went with just like strictly Trojans or anything like that. We went through our learning process of trying to save money, okay? As a homesteader, you know, we're bargain hunters. That's kind of the reason why we're very competitive in everything that we sell, is because I want to do business with bargain hunters, okay? But as for this unit here, I did save some money. I got it home, hooked it up. All of a sudden I started having charging issues. I called out a friend / acquaintance of mine that actually works on them for a living. And he just said, hey man, we're gonna have to get this up on the bench, and we're gonna have to figure out what's going on. Well, come to find out, after, you know, he critiqued it, he told me that we're gonna have to get a hold of the gentleman we bought it from and tell him this thing is gonna cost some bucks. And you're probably saying, well, isn't it under warranty? Well, yeah, it is supposed to be under warranty, but here's something, and especially buying on eBay or Amazon or you know, just from somebody that doesn't necessarily specialize in this brand, if you buy from them and there is a problem, and I'm gonna tell you, and the reason why I'm saying this, because this is what happened with AMP. I call Kohler. Kohler says, wow, you know, I'm really sorry to hear that, you're having problems, and I understand that you need this thing fixed. But the part that's gone haywire has nothing to do with us. This unit is actually designed by two corporations, half Kohler, half AMP. So, I did not know AMP was a Chinese-owned company. If I would have known, I can tell you that I probably would have been hesitant on spending $2,000 on this unit, is what I spent. And I probably would have investigated it a little bit further than what I did. But I didn't. And now here's where I sit. I get AMP on the phone. AMP is like, so Mr. Hakes, just send us over the information of when and where you bought it, and we'll get you taken care of. I said, okay, well, just really quick, this is what's going on with it. And he says, yeah. He says, it could be a semi-easy fix, or it could be a very expensive fix. The whole coil windings, the whole, which could, cost you as much as a new generator. And I'm just like, okay, well, I want to use my warranty. Okay, well, that's cool. We'll just go ahead and let's get this started. So after I told him that I bought it on eBay from a guy, he immediately said, whoa. He goes, wait a second. He goes, do you know if this guy sells our generators? I did find out that, he does sell a line of generators, but I guess that this particular generator he bought, I don't know how he ended up acquiring it, but he put it on eBay and he sold it at a discounted rate. As new, it showed up on a crate, didn't seem like it, had any, wear and tear on it. But then AMP said, well, Mr. Hakes, I'm sorry to tell you, but we can't warranty that unit. And I said, well, why is that? He said, because you didn't buy the unit from us. The gentleman that bought the unit from us has to deal with the warranty. And I said, well, wait a second. I said, so what you're saying is you're not going to cover this. He said, not with your name attached to it. But Mr. So-and-so can call me and he can deal with us and he can take care of it. And I said, well, that's a little bit disturbing because it sounds like this is going to be a very time-consuming situation, and, this charges my batteries. He's just, I'm sorry, Mr. Hakes, get a hold of the gentleman that you bought it from on eBay and see if he can help you. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good one. Get the guy on the phone. He's just like, that's news to me. And I said, well, look, man, I just got off the phone with AMP, and they pretty much said, if this is going to get resolved, you have to deal with it. He goes, cool. He goes, let me see what I can do for you. Okay, so we wait, a week. And I'm just like, a week to us without a generator is a long time. Due to the fact that you better have backup generators, which we do. We have a lot of generators, but unfortunately all of them aren't running right now. But because of this, I'm making sure that all 5 or 6 generators that I own now are going to be running, sitting, ready to roll, because you better have a backup for your backup for your backup. I'm telling you. Especially in today's society, the way that all this COVID crap is screwing everybody's schedules up, and manufacturing and parts supplies and the whole bit. So anyhow, I'm waiting for the guy's call. We call him back, and he doesn't call us back. We write him through eBay. He's just like, well, let me see what happened. I've been on it. Okay, cool. So wait another week. Yes, this thing's been down for weeks. And we don't hear from him. So finally he starts ignoring us. And, well, if you've sold anything on eBay, you know that the buyer has all of the rights. The seller, they better make sure that they're pretty solid and stable in what they sell, and they better support their products because eBay doesn't put up with shoddy retailers and individuals selling on their site. So eBay just said, you know what, it's time for you to just get a refund. So we called the guy. We just said, look, man, you know, you've ignored us. You pretty much have left us hanging. Time for a refund. Well, come to find out that, you know, another thing that we learned is PayPal has a time limit on refunds if you buy through PayPal. Well, we always try to use PayPal because it's one of the most secure ways to purchase. Plus, you got the buyer's protection. So I recommend PayPal. But unfortunately, after all of this is played out, it's ran, you know, perfectly. All of a sudden it had problems. We've been doing back and forth with the retailer that we bought this from. Boom, PayPal drops a bomb and says, you're 1 day past the deadline, the cutoff of getting a return through PayPal. I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you saying 1 day? And yes, sir, 1 day. Okay, you know, why don't we fudge it a little bit and say I left a message yesterday and you can help me out here. Sorry, Mr. Hakes, we can't do it. Cool, whatever, that's your rules. So, next thing we do is we leave another message for the gentleman saying, look, we're having issues on a return. Do you want to help us out here? We really need to get this resolved. Crickets. So, I'm very tempted to throw this guy's name out there, but I'm not going to do that. Everybody has a bad day, especially during COVID and all this, you know, ridiculousness right now. So maybe life could really have turned south on him. So I'm not going to compile the problem, but I am going to get my money back. So we contact our bank. And our bank's like, yes, Mr. Hakes, we can go ahead. We can help you out. So our bank actually helped us, you know, go through the channels of making it happen. And we are, any day, we're supposed to get a refund. Okay. So we're looking into other quality generators right now, which I will show before we move. We're moving very, very soon now. It's been, I don't know, several weeks since my last video. But as for the generator here, here it sits. I even tried to get a hold of the guy, and I was just like, look, man, as soon as I get my refund, this isn't my generator anymore. This is your generator. So if you want it back, send me a call tag and I'll ship it back to you. But again, you know, don't hear a thing. So what I'm trying to get at is this 10K AMP might be a decent generator as long as you have support. But do not buy it from a secondary individual that does not deal directly with AMP. If you do, make sure he's local to you to where you can bring it back to him. Make sure that he, you know, reassures you when you buy the generator that he will help with any warranty issues if the need arises. So I do not recommend this generator. It's really cool. You know, you can turn it into a propane generator. It's a remote control start, which I showed you, you know, on the video previously. But this has left a bad taste in our mouths. And with our house selling, bonus for the buyers, we're getting them a brand new generator. And we're making sure that this generator isn't going to be any type of, you know, problems or create any issues for them. So I'm going to make sure that I, you know, do my homework, and I'll make another video as to which one I chose. But if any of you out there see this and you've had really good luck with American-made generators, I support American-made. I believe everybody watching this video should support American-made. Obviously, people use imported products to make a profit. I do. But that's not why I necessarily sell imported. If I I sell imported products, it could be that it's the only thing that there is to offer that I personally, that my small business has access to, or to give a price option for part A or part B. Okay, but again, I am very transparent on what is made in China. So I give this generator a thumbs down due to my situation. Take it for what it is. This has put us into a pretty difficult situation. So what we did is we just went out, just bought ourselves another, thank you Home Depot, I'm glad that we can keep the lights on for you. We just went out and we bought another generator, so I guess we have 6 now. 5, 6, something like that. And 2 of my others I started up, and they still need a little bit of tweaking in order to, feel as though that they're dependable for a power outage or to recharge our batteries. Let me just show you here really quick what I got. Excuse the mess, because we are moving and everything's kind of tore up, but this unit is the DeWalt. What's the number on it? DXGNR 8K 8000. This unit here, I just basically set it down, filled it with oil, fired it up in order to charge my batteries. Really quick, I'm not doing any type of review on this other than, all my DeWalt products have been working pretty, dependably. So that's how I ended up choosing a DeWalt. And as you can see, I got the tires and everything sitting there. But this unit has a CO2 alarm on it. What that means is if you run this in a enclosed area like our pump house here, if by chance too much carbon monoxide, it's before 10 a.m. so my lips are still waking up, it will shut itself down as a safety feature. So it is auto start, and if you see right behind it, I have a big fan that turns on, which I have plugged into the generator, that actually blows through the chassis and keeps all carbon monoxide from setting the alarm off and dying. I had to do that because sitting in this building, it was shutting itself off. So that's the cure. So if you ever have a generator that's shutting off because of the CO2 alarm, put a fan in there and just blow the, carbon monoxide or the exhaust fumes out away from the unit. So I had to make this in order to stop anybody from making a mistake on that unit. And again, I'm not supporting this unit because of my bad situation. But again, if I would have known that this was a half Chinese product, I wouldn't have bought it because of this reason right here. I've had nothing but issues with anything that, seems to be whatever. I'm not going to go there. You guys can probably pretty much pick up the vibe, okay? But do your homework. Trust me, with all the generators that I've been through, obviously with the amount of usage that we put these generators through, being off-grid, living in Oregon, a lot of clouds, UVs are affected constantly, our batteries don't necessarily get fully charged. So the generators have to kick in and they have to pretty much boost the batteries back up in order to keep me lit up. So other than that, quick update. we from the last video I said we were bumped out a couple of weeks. My realtor calls me and says that we are now bumped out approximately another at least a month. Very concerning to us because we really want to get out of this state. We really want to get on the road. We really want to get to redder pastures and be around like-minded individuals. Now that the elections are over, there's a lot of us right now that are on pins and needles watching what's going on. And you remember that feeling you got when the plane hit the towers on 9/11? You guys kind of getting that same feeling right now inside as to what's going on with you know, the so-called POTUS? Know what I mean? We need to get to redder pastures and be around other patriots, not into a state to where it's controlled by lovetheusa. They don't like us much. So you guys stay safe out there. And our next video is hopefully going to be, you know, our RV, but a lot of things personal. We've had a couple of passings in our family literally since our last video. Julie's brothers passed away. Great guy. You know, I had the pleasure of being part of his life, and it was an honor to know him. My other daughter's boyfriend, now I'm hoping he's going to be a fiance because this guy's so awesome. He takes such great care of my daughter. Very upstanding individual. His grandmother just passed away, literally just last night. And, you know, it really kind of brings the whole awareness to reality of now, with all of the new weirdness going on, of illnesses and all this kind of stuff. People are dropping of heart attacks, and they're going into hospitals with a cough and they're not coming out, and things like this are happening. Stay safe out there. Love you guys. See you in our next video.